Hi, I'm Jaakko with Vagabond Investors. People are constantly asking us, where are you guys investing these days and what's going to happen? Now, as an investor, it's not really my job to predict the future, but just because you ask that, here's what I think is going to happen. First of all, the European Central Bank and the Federal Reserve will continue to lower their key interest rates. This is true especially with the ECB these days. Now, what about the slump? Are we heading for an economic slump? Hello, have you been watching the news these days? We are in an economic slump these days, and it is going to be a global recession. Now, how long is that going to last? My estimation is that I hope we'll see the end of that during our lifetimes, but nah, to be serious, maybe 2 to 3 years. Don't expect a quick recovery on that. Could be longer though. Now, people are talking about deflation these days, and they're saying that you should actually hold cash. Now, let's think about this for a while. The governments and their agencies around the world, do you know what they're doing these days? They're printing money. That's the only thing they're good at. They're printing money to fight inflation, and the dollar is strong now. But if you look at the United States, and the number of problems they have these days, the budget deficit, the baby boom retirement, and monetary policy, it seems that the United States may be heading for a bankruptcy. In fact, I think it is only a question of time. And that is not good news for the dollar. In fact, I have $1 which I hold in a frame on my wall so I can show it for my kids someday that this used to be the reserve currency of the world. So there are many problems these days, and if you look at how the agencies are responding to this, they are printing money, and this is going to accelerate in the coming decade. So don't expect a deflation, expect a massive inflationary wave. So that's where you should focus when you're making up your long-term investment plan. Now, what should you do then? On the other hand, it seems that the oil prices are lower these days. Now, that's a temporary environment as well. The fundamentals have not changed. So once the economy is up and running again, you should expect oil prices to skyrocket again. And there is not going to be any talk about holding the $100 per barrel as a psychological barrier these days. You remember, June 2008, oil prices were at $147 per barrel. So you should expect that price to go much higher as well. As the dollar weakens and the inflationary wave hits, that's going to be a major problem. So this is of course good news for us as investors, because we can benefit from these changes, whereas the majority of people who have their pension plans and savings, that's going to be a big problem for those people. So that's what I think is going to happen, and I think you should take care of your investment portfolio and your asset allocation these days and look at what's going to happen. And if it turns out to be a massive inflationary wave, as we believe it will, what are you going to do? Are you going to be on the train that goes to jackpot profits, or are you going to be on the train that goes into pitfall profits and losses? Okay, just a thought for you. Now, thanks for watching. This is Jaakko with Vagabond Investors.